So today I'm going to try something a little bit different with my unboxing. I thought I would try this to go a little faster. I already opened it and I looked at all the items because I feel like it's more valuable to have a video on the items in a way that shows them nicely and less in a way where like I'm getting excited about it and showing my opinions. So I'm going to give that a try this time. I'm going to keep the camera this way, but I'm also going to show a detailed shot of the item while I'm holding it and kind of talking about it. I'm definitely still going to give credit to the artists because they deserve that no matter what the format of my video is. So I'll kind of go through in the order of things that I pulled out. The first thing that I pulled out was the monthly pin. It's set up like a stamp and it says Katmere Academy. It's inspired by Crave by Tracy Wolff, which isn't a series I read, so I didn't have any like personal attachment or joy in seeing this, but I think the artwork's nice and I think I can just think of it as some other mystical academy. But the artwork on this was designed by Blissfully Bookish Tees. The next item I grabbed when I was opening the box was the piece of jewelry for the box, and I'm actually already wearing it. So it kind of looks like a window. The card kind of shows it off better, but it kind of looks like a window, and it's got a sun and some stairs. Something that the card doesn't show that's on the pendant is at the bottom it says Fictional Wonderlust. So I thought that was cute, but I did have a little bit of a hard time opening and closing the clasp. So that was a little bit of a point in the negative towards this item. But credit for this item simply goes to the Bookish shop. Two, I think I forgot to add, the very first thing on the top of every box is the info card. It has a list of every item that should be in the box, as well as the artist that helped create it. On the back, it also has a little bit more from the Bookish team, as well as their monthly playlist that they make for you to listen to alongside the book that you're reading this month. I would say the next thing that jumped out at me was this big old box. I think that's why this box was quite a bit bigger to hold this guy. I was really excited to see that it was a mug and that it was designed by KDP Letters. I follow her Instagram and I like her artwork a lot. So the mug is pretty wide. It's black and it says Atlantia. It's got these like little stonework fun buildings on the top, and then we have the Bookish Box logo down on the bottom. I was a little confused what this was supposed to be from, but the excerpt on the card just says, if you were to snag a mug in Atlanta at a coffee shop, this is what we'd imagine you'd be grabbing. And then at KDB Letters created this beautiful work of art. So I don't know if that's also to say that, but Atlanta is in a fictional story universe. Regardless though, I think the artwork's really cute and I always enjoy more mugs. The next item that caught my eye was the candle, so I fished out the bookmark. And I was a little confused at first because we've got this redhead guy in a jacket in the woods. But the candle says Forks, Washington, and the info card says that this is supposed to be Edward from Twilight. And it's been a minute since I've read those books, but I thought he had dark hair. I didn't think he had red hair. Honestly, I think I would have liked him more if he did have red hair. But as with the last couple boxes, the artwork on these is brought to us by @Nicole Deal. And so one of the last things was this guy, the Late Night Traveler tee. So I really like the graphic on here with the suitcase and the books and the tea. I feel like that really elicits the like fun travel, like Wonderlust kind of vibes. And the back of this describes it a little bit further. So it's spicy vanilla for your late night Wonderlust. The ingredients include decaf Celion. I'm sure it's a tea plant. Natural spice flavor, natural vanilla flavor, orange, cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and cardamom. Gluten-free, nut-free, and dairy-free. This should be usable no matter your tea needs. And this tea was created by Riddle's Tea Shop, specially made for this edition of the Bookish Box. Next, that leaves the card. This has been another standard item that I've been seeing in the boxes. We have artwork on one side, usually indicative of the next month's box. And then we have a little bit from the Bookish team about the book that we got in this month's box. I was a little confused though, because when I first saw this image, I thought of the shadows between us, and that is what the card says it's supposed to be. Well, I guess let me just read the caption word for word. So it says, this beautiful illustration by @MoreLoveArt is our June YA theme art inspired by the shadows between us. So I don't know if it's gonna be a whole box on it or not or what, but the artwork's nice. And lastly, we've got the featured book itself, Realmbreaker by Victoria Aveyard. I feel like the back does a great job of what I like, which isn't giving too much away, but enough to make you want to read the book. And it just has a list of our characters. So it says, a squire, the survivor of a failed quest. An immortal, timeless and unfathomable. An assassin, skilled and heartless. An old sorceress, holding secrets behind her teeth. That one gave me pause. Teeth? Like, is that alluding to words that she speaks? Is that alluding to like her brain? up behind her teeth? It's unclear. And A Pirate's Daughter, the Ward's Last Hope. The heroes are gone, but the fight to save the world has only just begun. I've been playing a lot of D&D recently, so this sounds like a perfect adventuring party. So first I'll show off the inside of the book, and then we'll flip the jacket cover, because that's something special that the Bookish Box does. Their special book artwork is a reversible jacket cover, so you can have the standard one if you wish for your bookshelf and to match other books in the series, but then you also have a special edition if it's a standalone or if you don't buy the other books. So on the end pages, we've got this artwork here with some swords and the author's signature. We also have this repeated on the back, but instead of the signature, we have a little sun emblem. Another special Bookish Box thing is a special artwork on the inside in between the end pages and the beginning of the story. It's unclear who this is. I want to say that it's the person listed as the Immortal. My art history degree tells me that these little circles around somebody's head is usually saved for like divine people. It was used as like God's halo a lot in popular Christian artworks. Like that would be how God or Jesus was shown, is with the little circle around him like a halo. So I wonder if she's going to be our immortal party member. The back doesn't specify male, female, what. I mean, it says unfathomable. You know, maybe it's neither, or both. So on to the inside of the jacket cover. So this artwork here is done by @CassieBerry. And it looks like we have like a few of our adventurers. I want to say that the one that's supposed to be on the front of the cover, underneath the title, she strikes me as the pirate. We'll see though. It's hard for me to pin them all down. I would say the guy at the very bottom with the star on his shirt strikes me as maybe a squire. His attire is a little more simple. The girl in the middle, maybe she's the assassin, seeing as she has a blade tucked away over to the side. But I could also see pirate because she's got some tight-fitting clothes. The girl in the front has the traditional like billowy shirt of a pirate, so who knows? But I don't know, and I'm excited to find out. Alright, so that is the end of my unboxing for story Wonderlust by the Bookish Box. I hope that you enjoyed this new format. I think I enjoyed filming a little bit more this way, seeing as I didn't have to reset up my camera or anything. So I might give it a try. Depends how the editing goes, and I would love to hear your feedback if you have a preference one way or the other. That'll just give me a little bit more confidence and inspiration to keep doing this. You know, I think I'm still going to keep this, but before I close out, I'm going to still pick a favorite item like I used to. It's kind of hard for me this time, and unfortunately, it's not because I loved all the items to bits and I can't pick a favorite. They almost all had a downside. The necklace, the clasp doesn't work very well. I haven't read the monthly pins book, and I don't expect to. The bookmark candle combo is for a book series I have read, but I don't really like. And the mug, I was just confused. I like the mug, the artwork's cool. It's a nice size mug. Or something, though, that disappointed me in relation to the mug is there are no instructions on if it's dishwasher safe or not. It doesn't say it on the box, on the mug, or on the info card. So that's a little frustrating. I guess that really just leaves the tea. I didn't have a problem with the tea at all, but I'm more of a coffee gal than a tea gal. So I guess then that means that my favorite item was the book. I like Aviard. She was one of the first authors that I started reading whenever I got back into books after college. And I think I had seen this book being talked about, but I forgot to add it to my list, and I'm glad that I got it this way. That way I didn't forget about it and then like years later pick it up. I can read it fresh alongside everybody else. So that's all I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and like I said, if you have any feedback, it'd be very appreciated. I just want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope I get to see you again in the next one. Bye for now.